Hey everyone. Today we're going to talk about something really important to me. Not that very important, but it's something that I think can definitely improve our 2025 vision boards. Ta-da! So I guess just like a little background on my expertise on this. Like last year, I created a vision board, but it was digitally. I'll insert a screenshot here. I pretty much put it in an Excel workbook or a Google Sheet workbook. Um, I have this thing called the Life workbook that I keep for every year where I keep track of every aspect of my life. And so the first tab of that life book was my vision board. It was simply just me, snipping a picture of a Pinterest photo and then I just like pasted it into that tab. This is what I'm envisioning for my 2024 to be. However, once the end of 2024 rolls around, I kind of, garnered a lot of ideas from TikTok wherein you have to use it as a powerful tool to actually make things come true in your life. And so I created a physical one this time. We'll grab it. Yes, you're in my bathroom. This is the best lighting in the apartment. Anyway, that's my 2025 vision board. And I'm putting it on the toilet. Anyway, so yeah, I created a physical one. And if you're not already familiar on what a vision board is, or maybe you've heard about them and wondered, why would I need one? Like, why should I be taking some time and putting in some effort and gathering photos and putting them together? And well, today I'm going to share with you what I learned about why having a vision board is so important, how you can use them, and how I personally will use mine and how I break my vision board down into more actionable items monthly, weekly, daily. So let's dive into it. So, why create a vision board? It's a tool that helps us clarify, concentrate, and maintain focus on what we truly want in life. It's like an anchor for our dreams, goals, and desires. When we create a vision board, we're visually representing our future, all the things we want to achieve, whether it's career, success, health, relationships, or adventures. And when we see these things every day, we're keeping those dreams alive in our minds, constantly reminding ourselves of what we're working towards. It's also backed by science. Research shows that when we visualize our goals, it's activating the same neural networks that you would activate if you're actually like experiencing those things. So every time you look at your vision board, your brain is not just dreaming, it's building the foundation to help you achieve your goals. So now, let's talk about how I created my vision board. So back in December, around like 29th, my friend Danny and I actually have a blog about it. We intentionally set a date and time that we're gonna work on our vision boards, and that was on December 29th. We went to Tia Chilo down in close to downtown LA, and we prepared for it. We get all of the pictures that we want, how we were going to set it up, what's the idea of our vision board. Our main goal was to make sure that we are both growing and we're both satisfied in the lives that we are living, because honestly we only live once. So like, and life is short. Like the older we get, the more people we lose, the more we realize that life is a privilege. It's easier to set priorities because, again, it can end tomorrow. Not to segue into a book, but there was this book that I read called Comfort Crisis, wherein people are so comfortable that sometimes they just do whatever the hell they do and they think they can do it indefinitely. So they're doing things that are actually not priorities. They're actually just wasting their time doing things that they don't even they would not even prioritize if their day ended tomorrow. That comfort is causing crisis in the success that people are hitting. Does that make sense? All I'm saying is that like the more you are aware of the end of your days, the more what's the word? The more you become intentional with all of your actions. So anyway, I digress. That's why, like going into this vision board, we are setting up these dreams, these visions, So putting this up and knowing that these are things I want to do, it will make me a lot more satisfied with life if I was able to do all of these before it happens. So I think it's one of the best ways to also keep my energy focused and my priorities in check. So here's my vision board. You'll see images of travel, activities, money, Michelin star restaurants. This is an acting class, and this is like a free for all. So it's colored, right? So it's 28. I'm turning 28 this year. And but all of the photos are in black and white because I would love to collect a photo that I have taken, and I'm gonna put it on top of this, and it's gonna be a colored photo, and it's like unlocking things. And unlock that experience. Woohoo! So I'm very excited for that. I've included bread because I want to learn how to make sourdough bread. I've included like these ones, like an open book. My goal this year is to read 15 books because honestly, this year I read like 11 books, and a lot of those books has opened up my eyes to a lot of things, like perspectives that I would have never thought of, and so I thought it's actually very beneficial to read. I didn't used to read like the year before that, 2023. I only read one book, so we're glowing up here. Anyway, so once everything has been unlocked by 2020, like end of 2025, this frame this frame that I have that I just put over there, it's gonna be a collage of everything that I did, that I experienced for 2025. And now I have a frame full of my memories, and I would love to see that. So once I created my 2025 vision board, I I pretty much like tried to think of like what's the best way for me to keep track and what's the best way for me to actually, turn this vision into reality. So one of the things that I came up with is actually putting it in my phone's notes because you know what? I'm always on my phone, TBH. And so what I did was I created a note that's titled 2025 Monthly Focus. So now I'm not overwhelmed of what I need to do for the month in order to achieve things. So I go January, February, March, April, May, all the way through December. I looked at my vision board and like, okay, these are the things that I would love to achieve for the year. So I kind of like put like, okay, what's realistic? Like what can be done in which month? What's the least busiest month at work, or like are there any family events coming up that I won't be able to do this, that? And so I kind of like picked and choose like what I want. Like for example, on January I wanted to like not spend too much, and so I kind of chose the activities um that wouldn't cost a lot. Like one of the things is like learning Turkish. So I wanted to learn the Turkish language, and that's usually free because I can just go on YouTube and look up people that can, you know, that share lessons and like how to speak Turkish, how to write Turkish, right? So that's like one of the free things that I can do. The other one that I did is the gym. I mean, gym is something that you have to be consistent with, and so I put that up in the list because I'm already paying for $28 every month for my gym membership, so that's definitely doable. And then I created another note wherein it says weekly to-do list. So I kind of like set up like a week one, two, three, four, and every week, based on the January 2025 monthly focus, I curate what I need to get done this week in order to achieve those things by the end of January. So, one of the things that I have almost achieved, and it's only January 19, is learning 10 Turkish sentences. I'm already at the ninth sentence. And so now I'm keeping myself in check by putting in my notes in a device that I always look at. And that's been has worked so well that I'm actually really proud of the results. That's going back, big picture again, by mapping things day by day, week by week, month by month. I can see exactly what I need to focus on at the very moment. Again, it's super, super overwhelming if you're looking at your vision board and you're like, I want to achieve all of these, but when? 12 months is a long time. 30 days in a month, 30, 31 days, 28 days, it's a long time. And 24 hours is a lot of time. So it's all about perspective. Yeah, it can get away from you so quick. Like, yeah, you work what? 8, 9 hours a day, you commute, right? So why not spare 1 hour to chip into just one of your goals for the week? You're doing it step by step. You just have to trust the process. We've gone through the planning, we've gone through the big picture, the planning, and now we're going to talk about actually doing it. Execution. To execute things, we tend to think that we have to be motivated to do it. It's easy to get excited at the beginning of the year, but how do we actually keep the motivation going? One of the things I do is to keep my vision board visible to me, whether it's hanging on my wall, in my planner, or a picture in my phone. And then I took a few moments each day to look at it. AKA when I open my eyes, I'm like, oh shoot. In a positive note, like you're like, oh shoot, I have something to do. You know, like I have a purpose in life. Like I need to do this for myself. This is my responsibility to this person. You don't want to lose sight of your vision just because life gets busy. For example, I work in corporate America. You know, my days can go by so quick. I could be working late nights, you know, like, or I could be working on the weekends. And so just like that quick reminder on the side for me is a very helpful way to like, you know, recalibrate my head. Like it's not all about work. It's also about life. Well, with all that being said, you know, like a lot of things can happen in our lives. You have to be flexible. Life happens, priorities shift. It's okay to make adjustments. Up to you if you don't though, because imagine how happy you would be if everything actually came up into fruition. So remember, a vision board is more than just a set of beautiful pictures on a wall. It's an anchor to your dreams, your goals, and your success. Whether you create a physical board, a digital one, the process of creating and focusing on important things in your vision every day can truly transform your life. You still have a little bit over 11 months left to create a vision board for the year. 12 months is a long time. A month it's composed of 30 to 31 days. Your days are composed of 24 hours. And also don't forget, your biggest competitor is your old self. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to the old you. How can that old you be a better you? That's the vision. Okay? Like don't be like, I want to be as rich as her. Like no, you're going to be richer than who you were yesterday instead. Because comparison is a thief of joy. It's so important to be satisfied with who you are right now in this moment. But it's also okay to want to improve yourself. It's you versus you. That's all I'm saying. Okay, bye.
Whoa.